at third down against Wisconsin, where if they would have run and not gotten it, they would have punted with 10 seconds left. And everybody said, oh, what a gutsy play call. It's the principle, and I think Michael Lombardi said it well. You're not playing the Falcons. You're just playing the clock. Mm-hmm. The clock is your opponent, not the other team.
Why not two tush pushes?
So I bet an in-game number here, okay? When they got the first down at the 17 with 2 minutes, right? I bet Atlanta plus 5.5 because I said there's no scenario here. If they reach the 7, they're falling down. They're not going to score a touchdown. Yeah. They're smart enough for that, right? Yeah. So the worst case scenario is that they would go in and throw a pass into a touch. But why would you ever throw a pass? And it was plus 190, Paul.
Good job.
Any first down, the game's over, right? So they end up kicking the field goal, and I said, oh, how could they have thrown the pass? But then they gave Cousins 145. And meanwhile, another point that's not emphasized enough is how about that Vic Fangio defense? 3 plays and they're in. I mean, could it have been any easier for them?
I mean, Mooney wide open by how many yards?
You have an immobile quarterback in Cousins. Why don't you heat him up a little bit on that drive?
I don't think they can.
No? But they have no pass rush?
But you have to bring pressure there or whatever. Yeah. I mean,
and he doesn't want to do that. Fangio is the least blitz rate in the last 10 years in the NFL.
So you'd rank Peyton's decision worse
it's by
the
far
weekend.
Worse. Yes.
Okay, then you go Sirianni, then you'd go probably DeMeco Ryans.
I think DeMeco Ryans not taking 6 seconds on that first play. Because then you're leaving the Bears with 40 seconds left. You're guaranteeing that.
Do you have an update? You brought this up a couple of weeks ago on the program. You were searching high and low for people who vote on WNBA awards because it was really pissing you off.
It's sort of become irrelevant because obviously Asia's going to win the MVP and Caitlin's going to. But at the time, I thought they were open markets, right? Mm-hmm. I went on and on all summer about this. All you could find out is that it's 60 members of the media between writers and broadcasters. That's all the WNBA will say about who the voters are, right? Someone in the last 2 weeks reached out to me and they said, can I give your number to someone who's a former WNBA team president? She's watched you on VSiN and she'd like to contact you about the issue. So I said, yes. I don't want to say the person's name. She did this under a condition of anonymity.
Okay.
But she's been a president in let's just say the last 7 years in the league. And she called me. She said, I'm not sure that information is accurate. She said, when I was in the league, coaches and GMs also were part of the voting process. It wasn't just media. They keep it pretty closely guarded, but there's one lady in the front office of the WNBA. If you write to her and explain the reasoning behind it, she may provide you the list. So this woman's name, she is Dina Skokos, who's the senior director of communications for the WNBA. I wrote her a very nice email. I talked about transparency, what the other leagues do in revealing the voters, including even in college, the Heisman voters. It's important for making odds. It's important for bettors to understand all the facts of the matter. No response.
How long ago did you send it?
No response. 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. Sent a very well-worded email. I thought this did the deep throat inside, gave me some information, and still nothing.
You might have to follow up.
Garage,
Still nothing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Amazing.
Put the flag in the plant. Maybe that'll work. Incredible, right? This is why.
That's unreal.
Nothing.
They don't want people to know.
They don't want people to know.
All right. Okay, so more with Mike Palm up next. Mike is also on the board of directors for the American Gaming Association. 2 things here. Mm-hmm. I want to know if election betting has been a topic. And number 2, Mike told me there are currently 4 different bills in Congress that would significantly impact sports betting. He said 2 are good and 2 are bad. He will explain all 4 of those coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Macy's is here to help you shift seasons in style. Shop fall wardrobe must-haves like matching knit sets and dresses, quilted jackets and puffers for her, and vintage-inspired sweaters he'll love. And Macy's has great deals on home essentials like cozy blankets and throws and modern kitchen appliances. Plus, Star Rewards members earn rewards on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Learn more at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Today at Macy's.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message. Paid for by Harris for President.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From Las Vegas, the sports betting capital of the world, every day to provide you with sports betting insight and analysis you can't find anywhere else. Our shows can be heard live on streaming platforms and radio stations all across the country. VSiN.com has the latest in sports betting news, betting splits, analysis, and picks. We have over a dozen daily and weekly podcasts to help you as a sports bettor. If you become a VSiN Pro subscriber, you'll have access to our 24/7 video stream, betting guides ahead of every season and major event, picks sent to your inbox every morning, and so much more. To learn more, head to VSiN.com and see all that VSiN has to offer. That's VSIN.com.
Elevate your swim game at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Featuring the best pool in history, Stadium Swim. 3 levels, 6 pools, and a 143-foot diagonal screen. It's 365 days of fun in the sun. With all sports, all seasons. Stadium Swim. Located at Circa Resort and Casino. Book today at circalasvegas.com.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup, then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to VSiN.com/pro to join VSiN, the sports betting network.
Racetrack Television Network brings you every race, from every track, on every screen, every day. With monthly packages starting as low as $5, RTN gives you great value and access to more live HD streaming and race replays than anyone. Visit RTN.tv today to sign up and watch on almost any device, including Roku and Amazon Fire. RTN has packages that start at $5 per month.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, we continue here with the VP of Circa Resort and Casino, the Golden Gate and the D in downtown Las Vegas, Mike Palm, here on Wednesdays now in the afternoon. Mike, you are also on the board of directors for the American Gaming Association, right? Election is going to be a month and a half from now. Have you guys had any recent conversations about making the election legal to bet on?
So it's going to come down to one of my themes here that I'm going to talk about, but this is more of a states' rights more than a federal issue. This goes to each individual state in what they allow. Some states allow this, some states allow that. They don't, right? Colorado's probably the most liberal state in terms of what they allow in betting. And I mentioned last week they were even trying to take away the no props. But you've got to push it with specific states' gaming commissions about what they're going to be allowed to book. Now, the one thing I would say about it is, about betting is you need results that are trusted. And so, how long would we wait to pay out the presidential election? If one person loses, they'll never concede. And then you're going to go to the courts and wait and wait and wait. So there's a tough thing with certainty. Here's one thing that's true. It would do 100 times what a Super Bowl does.
100 times.
Well, sure. Well, you have the whole run up, right? You'd have.
Yeah.
You got.
You're right.
it would
states
it would
and
make this look silly. It would make a Super Bowl betting look silly, and it would also increase voter participation.
Oh, 100%.
All right.
So, and you guys take monster bets here. What do you think the limits would be at Circa if you were allowed to take bets on the election?
Well, there's no fear of it being inside inside information, right? You're gambling. So I mean, I would imagine we would take what we do on a Saturday or Sunday for an NFL game, right?
We take 100, 200,000.
Take 100, $250,000. Yeah, why not?
Bet Online's taking 50,000.
50,000 right now.
Well, why not?
50,000.
Yeah.
She's $1.30.
She's moving up. She's getting pounded here, right? Yeah, we had the whole thing when we had our conference. We had the guy that's the head of the Eurasia group come on and do a whole breakdown analysis of the election, and at that point, this was still Biden, right? At that point, they had Trump as a 61% chance of winning, but that was against Biden. But the thing that stood out to me is what he said is, you talk about January 6th and when there be unrest for the results of the election. And his big point was there's going to be unrest either way. Mm-hmm. If Trump wins, there'll be unrest in the big population areas and cities and urban areas. And if the opponent wins, which would be Harris now, there'd be unrest in state capitals and that kind of thing, right? So don't think there won't be any unrest either way here. And an election that will obviously probably be very close.
But you could also then, if you wanted to, right, state by state stuff, you could book all this stuff in every single state then if you wanted to.
Sure, you could book any.
You could book all of it, yeah.
You could book any congressional race, right?
Right.
You could do that, not just the state you're in.
Okay, so I'm dying to hear this then as well. Your response to me when I asked if we could talk about that was there are 4 different bills in Congress that would significantly impact sports betting. You said 2 are good, 2 are bad. We're both going in fresh here.
I'm going to start out in chronological order. So the first 3 are about the excise tax, specifically about it. Now, we've talked about it previously, but if you hadn't tuned in, the federal sports betting excise tax is a tax that regulated bookmakers pay on bets. And every month that a bet hasn't been decided, you pay 1/4% on the handle of that ticket. So, Mitch, if you came in right after the Super Bowl was over in February and we posted next year's Super Bowl champion and you wanted to bet $100,000 on the Chiefs, no matter what the Chiefs' odds are, I have to pay 1/4%. So 1%'s $1,000. So every month, which would be another 12 months till it's decided, I'm paying $250 on that.
Who came up with this idea?
So I'm paying So Circa or whoever it was has to pay the federal government $3,000 on your ticket for $100,000. We're already paying a tax of $3,000, win or lose on your ticket.
Is this in every state then?
Yeah, this is a national tax. Okay, now so the first bill, and this was introduced last year, really seeks to really codify this because they knew there's a push against this tax, right? Derek always says they should rename it the illegal bookmaker preservation tax because they don't have to pay it. So it makes it very hard for regulated bookmakers to offer competitive future pricing. So the first act is the GRIT Act that was introduced by Senator Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut and Salinas from Oregon. Blumenthal is quite a character. Here's an abolitionist who say he doesn't want to abolish gambling. But GRIT stands for Gambling Addiction Recovery Act. That what it does is it takes 50% of all the money that you get from the federal excise tax and earmarks it only for problem gambling. So for people that have addictions or say it, education, all that kind of stuff, which really codifies that law. They're trying to seek to put in a law that says 50% of it has to go to problem gambling. Now, there's 2 bills that attack the excise tax. The first one was introduced last year, introduced by Representative Dina Titus, who's from Nevada, and Guy Rothenschlager, who's from Pennsylvania. Bipartisan, Titus is Democrat, Rothenschlager is Republican, which seeks to eliminate the tax, abolish it. Introduced just a few weeks ago was another bill, also with a Nevada and co-sponsor, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, and who's Democrat, and then Republican Chrissy Hyde-Smith from Mississippi. This bill does not seek to abolish the tax, but rather makes regulated legal bookmakers exempt from it. So in other words, you could still try to attempt to tax illegal bookmakers on this. And the whole lottery thing, sweepstakes thing that Michigan's really going after, this would sort of give the federal government a little more ammunition to go after illegal bookmakers. Now, the really dangerous one just got introduced last week. And again, it's Blumenthal, this time with co-sponsored by another Democrat from New York, Tom Cole.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
At the front door.
Nate ahead. Drop back now for Hanrahan. Hanrahan shot. He scores!
Seeing red, I gotta get it out.
Fed out to center for Marin. Ahead to Patilla. Over to Young. Shot. Scores!
Our echoes break walls. It's about to get loud.
Got the rebound, back to the line for Strapman. Over to Burchell. Shot, score! Pittner lifts it ahead, skating into it. Zach Marin. Marin chipped it past Mans. Backhander scores!
Damn, it's gonna get loud. All the battles that we lost, yeah. We'll bring the grit to win it all. It's about to get loud.
Wednesday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. The United States Hockey League is proud to present the regular season opener, game number 1 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Tri-City Storm. Welcome into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Hello to everybody also watching at the Phantoms watch party at the Kensington Golf Club. Phantoms on the hunt to climb back to the top of the mountain, looking for that second Clark Cup championship after bowing out in the second round last season of the Clark Cup playoffs to the eventual Eastern Conference champion, the Dubuque Fighting Saints, who won that second round series 3-1. Tri-City also fell in the second round of the Clark Cup playoffs to the eventual champion, the Fargo Force. Fargo swept that second round series against the Tri-City Storm back in April. Just about 5 minutes to go here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex before puck drops. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's scratch report. We will begin with Tri-City, who will be the quote-unquote away team this evening here in Cranberry Township. For the Storm, you can scratch Easton Pace, Carson Pilgrim, and Luke Drury. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 3, Jack Wilson, number 4, Michael Monroe, number 7, Sam Rinaldo, number 8, Liam Fleet, number 14, Carter Murphy, number 28, Jacob Hesch, number 31, Owen Leapak, and number 89, Cade Stangram. Let's roll right into the starting lineups. We'll start with the Tri-City Storm, the first game for head coach Mark Ablin. Starting on the left wing out of Moscow, Russia, committed to Miami University, number 18, Ilya Morozov. Centering the top line for the Storm out of West Vancouver, British Columbia, committed to Michigan State, number 9, A.J. LaCroix. On the right wing out of Chelyabinsk, Russia, number 71, Artemy Nizimayev. On defense out of Fort Worth, Texas, committed to Western Michigan, number 91, Kobe Wook. And out of Richmond, British Columbia, committed to Minnesota State, number 26, Rylan Bonkowski. In net, out of Ostrava, Czechia, number 31, Adam Dybel. And again, the Storm are coached by Mark Ablin, assisted by Marco Trevino and Matt Berry. And now for your Youngstown Phantoms. Starting on the left wing, out of Plymouth, Michigan, number 18, Michael Messick. Centering the top line for the Phantoms, out of Plzeň, Czechia, number 9, Adam Banak. On the right wing, out of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, committed to Michigan State, number 17, Jack Hextall. On defense, out of Plymouth, Michigan, committed to Wisconsin and the draft property of the Buffalo Sabres, number 13, Luke Osborne. And out of Longmeadow, Massachusetts, committed to the University of Massachusetts, your captain, number 47, Colson Hanrahan. In net, out of Softia, Sweden, the draft property of the Columbus Blue Jackets, number 60, Melvin Strahl. The Phantoms are coached in his third season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Brandon Gotkin. They are assisted by Scott Gordon. The equipment manager is Andrew Rush, athletic trainer Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach Neil Conway, strength and conditioning coach Tommy Malloy, director of hockey operations Bobby Ackery, and the director of player development is Ethan Goldberg. General managers Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. Officials for tonight's game, referees will be Luke Gagnon and Chaz Naki. The linesmen will be Sean Rounds and Jacob Rosenberg. Just about 2.5 minutes left here before the national anthem and starting left. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, puck drop between the Youngstown Phantoms and Tri-City Storm. Here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Get-A-Me Drain. Drain or sewer problems? Call Get-A-Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_Live. And remember, our fans come first. By calling $340-727-4441. Each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Covered Youth Coalition.
Defense number 42, Colson Harrington. And goalie number 60, Elvin Straw. If you could please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem here in Cranberry Township. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. And again, want to give a shout out to all of our Phantom faithful tuning in from the watch party back at the Kensington Bar and Grill. Ready to get started for the 16th season of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, my 9th as the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Where has the time gone? It will be Bannock and LaCroix at center ice. Roll for initiative. The 2024-2025 season is underway. Youngstown wins the draw, hand-to-hand. Over to Osborne in the far corner. Out to Hextall. To the red line, he'll fire it to the end wall. Comes just to the side of the paint and die ball. Sends it into the right wing corner. Up to the point for a hand-to-hand. His shot blockered away by die ball. Bannock over to the wall. Gets sandwiched by a pair of Storm players as the puck goes out to center. Skated into by LaCroix. Bounces it just wide of Straw. Skating into it are the Storm. I think that's Nizameyev over there in the corner. No, check that. That's Crandall. Has the puck stolen by Osborne up the wall to Messick. Mike. A crossover to Hanrahan. Colson off the bucket of Cranberry. Came back to Messick. Loose around the red line, bouncing in the air. Nolan knocked it ahead as going for a spill was Hextall into the zone. Cranberry, but lost the puck. Messick turns and fires. Look out. Was that a glove save and a beauty for Anthony Sherry? As Andrew Rush almost ended up needing the attention of Amber Martinelli. Look out, Coach Ward. Also, make sure you're ducking behind Coach Gotkin down there. Face-off to the left of Straw. Justin Kerr seeing his first USHL action. Will take the face-off against Nolan. Bouncing puck controlled by the Storm. Burchell on it quickly, takes a cross-check from Briere, goes hard into the near side boards. Nobody's arm is raised. We'll continue. There's a penalty as I think Burchell's going to get some retaliation. Cal Houston has a dance partner, as does Connor DeHaro. Just waiting to see which penalty box is opening. It'll be Justin Kerr. And Youngstown will head to the penalty kill for the first time this evening. Time of the penalty just 1:07. And, you know, frankly, when I say that there's a penalty, you should not be surprised. 3 games between these two teams last year, they combined for 40 power plays. 18 for Youngstown, 22 for Tri-City. Youngstown will get the first crack here at the disadvantage. Face-off won by the Storm. Bunkowski left wing wall down in the corner to Briere. Sends it around for a one-timer from the right point. That came off the stick of Nizameyev. Pad save for Melvin Strahl, his first in the USHL. as Youngstown gets the clear. Dybel sets it up for Bonkowski. Brought it to the blue line, dropped it back for Nizameyev. Stick handling through the red line. Got it over to LaCroix. Back up to the point to Bonkowski. Point to point to Briere. Got a shot away. Hit something in front and fluttered just wide. Back over to Briere on the near side. Up to the point, Bonkowski. Point to point over to Nizameyev. Back to Bonkowski. Center point over to Briere. Top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Strahl. Rebound LaCroix. He scored! A.J. LaCroix, the opening goal of the USHL season. Time of that goal, 1:54. And the Tri-City Storm have a 1-0 lead. Very nice puck movement for the Storm on that power play. Phantoms had maybe one or two chances to get that one cleared. Unfortunately, not able to do so. And on the third shot of the game, Storm take an early lead. Face-off won by Coleman, back to Monet-Brought. Up to the red line for Veronin, bumped off the biscuit, taken away by Coleman. Coleman in with a 2-on-1, over to Rusinski. Rue, in, shot, ripped it wide. Rebound around to the far side, knocked away by Helm, and out to the neutral zone. Picking up just inside his own blue line is Eric Frassard. Up the far wall to Veronin. Kuzma goes for a spin, looks for an outlet, dances around 1-4 checker. Fed it ahead off the stick of Rusinski. No, not off the stick of Rusinski, and icing will be called on the Phantoms. 17:34 left in this first period. 1-0 Storm on the power play goal for A.J. LaCroix. Goes without saying, his first of the season. Phantoms and Storm matched up here at the Fall Classic last year, a 2-1 victory for Tri-City. Sasha Baminian's goal in the final minute brought Youngstown back within a goal. Just Youngstown unable to find an equalizer here. Is here trying to put it in front and putting it off the post was Dallas Villa, and then a shot from the point is blocked. Now one's right into the belly of Strahl, and he'll hang on. Dallas Villa very close to making this a 2-0 Storm advantage. 17:24 left in the first. Shot counter right now reads 5-0 in favor of the Storm. Face off to the left of Strahl. Springer to take the draw against Brecken Smith. Smith wins the draw. Played away by Osborne over to Young. Grant snaps it ahead for Smith. Backhands it to the end wall. Dybel out of the crease to send it around the wall. Santilli pinching and seeing his first USHL game. Around the wall to Osborne. Back down low looking for Brecken Smith, but cut off by Wook and played out to center. Wook gets it back after a bounce. Brought it across the red line and chipped it in. Goes off for a change. Osborne ducks off the check of Bloomer. This puck comes up the far wall to Zach Marin, wearing 72 this year. Got it ahead to Young. Marin, his skates kept it in the zone. Smith battling for it there near the left point. Squirts out to the neutral zone, poked away there by Nolan. Hanrahan picks it up in his own zone. The captain sends it up to his defensive partner, Osborne. Luke to the red line, fires it to the right wing corner. In quickly was Banach, tried to leave it for Hextall, but chipped away by the Storm, and they will bring it ahead. That was McEwen. Blazing down the right side is Crandall. Crandall shot off the pad of Melvin Strahl. Rebound to the Phantoms. Banach coming ahead. Banach behind him to Houston. Tried to feed it to Messick. Pass was stolen away by the Storm. Nolan brings it ahead, bumped off the biscuit by Hextall as it rolls behind the cage for Hanrahan. Up the far side, Houston to Hextall. His pass looking for Banach, broken up by LaCroix. Storm have it in their own zone, out to center for Crandall. Chip back to LaCroix. Down the right side, watched by Houston. Cal bumps him off the puck, but it's going to come over to Morozov in the left corner. Up to the point to Fantel. Point to Harper. His shot redirected wide. Rebound to the left side, Fendel. Pinching in to try to keep it alive. Banach couldn't chip it free. Morozov battling against Banach. And Adam got it free, played it out to center, was looking for Messick. Going to come through to Harper. He's able to bump it over to Nizameyev. Nizameyev into the zone. Faked right, went left. Got the drop pass to Morozov, but his shot is right to the glove of Strahl, and he'll hang on. 15:24 left in this first period. Tri-City with the 1-0 lead. The power play goal, 154 off the stick of A.J. LaCroix. Face off to the right of Strahl will be Kerr to take the draw against Rode. And we have a whistle. A face-off warning on the Storm. Actually, you're just going to kick Rode out of the circle. Wallin to take the draw now. Goes into the corner. A little bit of a trip there. Maybe Kerr got away with one. As the puck comes up the wall to Burchell. Keeping it in was Helm. Puck bouncing around Rode. Dropped it back. Stolen away by the Phantoms. Into the zone comes Burchell. Dropped it off for Louis Wayman. His USHL debut today. Over into the corner. Taken away by the Storm. That was Wook. Around the wall to Helm. Out to center for Rode. He's forced away by Wayman. Puck is at the blue line and Youngstown is offside as Wayman was ahead of the play. 14:49 left in the first. Tri-City looking to win their opening game for the 5th straight season. Again, that includes last year's 2-1 win over the Phantoms, as this neutral zone draw is controlled by the Storm. Villa chips it into the Youngstown zone for Sard. Turned it over, then got it right back. Being pressured by Bloomer, 4th line out for the Storm. As it comes to Jardine, tried to get it ahead to Rusinski, has the puck stolen. Bloomer across the ice to McEwen at the point. His shot was blocked by Coleman. For Sard from behind the net to Jardine, off the window, kept at the point by Tri-City. Shot went high off the end glass, came around to Santilli, chipped it out to center. Jardine redirects it down the ice off a Storm player, so no icing here as the Storm will try to break it out of their own end. Crandall to McEwen, out to center, pass went right to Osborne. Luke through traffic, got it through Rusinski. Ran into Sean McEwen, the captain of this Tri-City team, but neither player got the worst for wear. There's the Storm able to play it out to center. Grant Young from the officials' crease dropped it back to Hanrahan. Back over to Young near side to Osborne. Luke across the ice for Moran. Into the zone. Dybel stops it behind the cage. Looks left, looks right. Has an option. Fires it around the right wall. Came to the middle for Moran. To Smith. His turning shot is blocked. Rebound goes over to Briere. He'll bring it through center. Threw it off the ankles of Hanrahan. Hammer got the stick up a little high there on Briere, who tried to draw the cross-checking call. Nothing forthcoming from either Luke Gagnon or Chaz Naki. 13:20 left in the first. Tri-City leads 1-0. Marin into the zone. Smith hooked up. But play continues as the Storm will chip it back out to center. DeHaro takes a bump from Nolan in front of the Tri-City bench. Puck comes back into the TC zone. Harper turned it over to Marin, but then it was swept off of his stick and out to center. Cal Houston to Brecken Smith. Breck tried to chip it ahead, but DeHaro was offside. And then it was Marin with the zone entry, causing the offside whistle. 12:54 left in the first. Face off right in front of the Tri-City bench again. New head coach Mark Abelin, as Anthony Noreen has taken off for the greener fields, I guess, maybe, who knows, of Oxford, Ohio. Anthony now the head coach of Miami University is here. The Storm turn it over. Chipped in front, they score. Morozov, his first goal in the USHL for the Tender. If he got a stick on it, we'll see who leads the celebration line. And actually, it's Nizam Maev leading the line to the bench. Maybe Morozov never got a piece of it. But at 7:22, Tri-City has taken a 2-0 lead. Of course, here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, they put the goal up on the board for Youngstown. That is most certainly not correct. There we go, scoreboard's right. So Phantoms with a turnover ends up quickly in the back of their net as Tri-City wins the draw. Wook, D over to Bonkowski. Out to center off of Helm, redirected back into the zone. Wallin sends it to the left wing corner of the Youngstown end. Burchell took a hard bump from behind from Wallin. Play continues there along the left half wall. Kerr dug it out, forced it off of Helm and out to center. Burchell couldn't beat his man down the ice to the puck. That was Wook, who went D to D over to Bonkowski. Back to Wook, across the ice off the stick of Helm, rolls to Moneybrock. Sends it into the TC zone. Dybel to the left wing corner, up the wall, just past the stick of Veronin and out to center. Santilli picks it up in front of his own bench. Tried to fire it ahead, but right off the stick of Wallin, but it bounced to Veronin. Kuzma with it back in his own zone. Across the ice off the stick of Springer. Bounced off of Bloomer, ricocheted back to Burchell. Drop back for Moneybrock. Over to Santilli. Luke off the window, down the ice. Could have been icing, but they waved it off. Playing it around will be the Storm. Battle near the left half wall. Chipping it toward the blue ice was Messick. Came in the corner to Banach. Tried to get it back to Messick behind the net. Just out of his reach, and Bonkowski sent it around the wall and past the pinching Luke Santilli. Hextall back forward in his own zone. Over to Osborne. Ahead, redirected into the zone by Messick. Rolled to Villa. Banach was offside. He touches up and now attacks the puck. Runs over the captain. McEwen in front looking for Hextall. Pass had a little too much mustard on it. Nice hit there for Adam Banach. 11 minutes left in the period. Ahead comes Crandall now into the zone. Crandall tried to cut to the middle, trying to draw a tripping call. Nolan got a shot away, missed the cage off the end wall, settles down at the side of the net. Strahl throws the trapper on top of it as Hextall and Crandall need to be separated in the slot. 10:44 left in the first. 2-0 Tri-City. Shots on goal are 7-2 in favor of the Storm. Nice crowd here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Of course, just about an hour drive from Youngstown down here to Cranberry Township. Don't call it Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's in the next county over. Looks like we're going to have a media timeout. We'll take it with them. Back here in a moment on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be...
Meludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Meludic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. 10:44 left in the first period. Tri-City with the 2-0 lead. Goals belonging to A.J. LaCroix and Artemi Nizameyev. Face off in the Phantom zone to the left of Melvin Strahl, who has stopped 5 out of 7. Rusinski kicked out of the circle. In steps Jardine. Jardine wins that draw back to Hanrahan. Cap sends it off the window and down the ice. No icing here. Hustling back for it is Whitfield. Around the cage up the far side, near side rather, found Briere. Came to Rusinski. Over to Coleman. His sharp angle shot. Dybel makes the save. Rebound popped up in the air. Rusinski looking for it, but bringing it ahead comes Briere. Over to Crandall. Coleman maybe got away with some interference there in the middle of the ice as Hanrahan chips it up the wall for Jardine. His bouncing puck kept in the zone for a moment by Nolan before it comes to Mikey Coleman. His shot from center right off the blocker. Came back to Jardine, and it just rolled off his twig. It was a little behind him in the slot as he tried to pull the trigger. Storm throw it around the cage. Whitfield brings it up the near side. Snap to center. Crandall redirects it into the zone. Moneybrock takes him to the ice so that Hanrahan can come in and clean up the puck. Hammer, fan on the pass over to Moneybrock. Crandall stole it. Got it to LaCroix. Up toward the point, Marin couldn't clear. Kept by Morozov. Morozov toward the cage. Shoulder saved by Strahl. Young, he got run over heavy by Fandel as the puck came to center. Smith off the blocker of Dybel and into the meshing. 9:29 left in the first. Phantoms have picked up a couple of shots. It's now 8-4 in favor of the Storm, but again, the Tri-City has the 2-0 lead. Face-off to the right of Dybel. Might be our first face-off in the Tri-City zone here tonight. Top line's out for Youngstown, but unfortunately it's the Storm that control the draw. Nizmayev out to center off of Morozov. Couldn't trickle through to LaCroix, sent back ahead by the Phantoms. Hextall, sharp angle for Messick, trying to redirect it, and it went out of play. Love that look from this top line of the Phantoms. Michael Messick, Adam Bannock, and Jack Hextall. Face-off will be to the right of Dybel. Top unit going to stay out for Youngstown. Matched by the third line of Tri-City, Wallin, Rode, and Helm. And Rode won that draw easily. Storm sent it around the wall. Houston was pinching, couldn't keep it in the zone, out to center for Helm. Helm trying to beat Osborne to the net, couldn't do it. And Luke takes him to the boards, out to the point. Luke, his shot redirected wide by Rode. Rebound around to the right side, picked up by Bannock. Floats it past Houston to Osborne. Luke backhanded ahead for Hextall. Chipped it to center for Bannock, ahead 2-on-2. Adam into the zone, waits for help. Knocked down heavy by Luke. Got back to his feet. Messick was there for a moment, but the Storm will have the puck. Bonkowski off a phantom stick, got it to Wook as the Youngstown changing ahead of the play. Wallin off the ankle of Kerr. JK on the forecheck, but it rolled back to Bonkowski, over to McEwen, and ahead. They were looking for Bloomer. They're going to wave off icing here. And so Houston will have to hustle back for it, plays it around the wall to Mikey Burchell near side. Mike delayed, got it to Kerr. Kerr getting hacked and slashed from behind by Bloomer. But the Storm will come into the zone. Storm with a backhander that was off the stick of Cam Springer. Went wide of the net. Wayman took the puck away. Was looking for Fassard, taking it away by Tri-City. They worked it to the middle. And a one-timer from center point by Paul Bloomer, swallowed up by Melvin Strahl. 7:55 left in the first. 2-0 Tri-City, shots on goal. 9-5 in favor of the Storm. Storm, one of a handful of teams Youngstown has a losing record against all time. Youngstown 8-13-3-2 against the folks from Nebraska. Youngstown won the draw. Fassard couldn't clear. Kept by Crandall. Down the wall, bumped off the biscuit by Rusinski. Worked up to the point. They tried to feed it over to McEwen. Pass didn't click. Coleman hustled over for it. Got it back, sent it out to center for Veroman. Touched it down to Rusinski. Couldn't get it back to Kuzma. Played into the zone. Rue battling for it. Coleman came in, sent it down low. McEwen hustling after it. Coleman there as well. McEwen, nice stick, but stolen by Veronin. Over to Coleman. Mikey up to the point for Fassard. Fassard, left side, shot off Veronin, went wide. Rebound to Leyland. Lifted out to center. Santilli will chase it down in his own zone. Luke off the end wall to Fassard. Briere jumped on him immediately, tried to send it up the far side, taken away by Jardine, lifted to Rusinski, who just skated to center and lifts it down the ice. No icing here, as it's played ahead by Fandel. Fandel's going for a line change. Nice hit by Jardine, and then another nice hit by Hanrahan, but maybe the hit by Jardine wasn't so nice as a penalty is coming on the play. As Landon Fandel was chasing after Evan Jardine, and with Colson Hanrahan on the ice, that definitely will not stand. So Jardine heading to the box, waiting to see what the penalty call is. Five will get you 10, it's a board, but waiting for an indicator. Boarding is indeed the call. Youngstown to their second penalty kill of the game, 0 for 1 on the night. Time of the penalty, 13:08. Officials huddling at center ice. They're going to drop the puck at center ice. I don't know if it was an offside whistle on Tri-City that's bringing the face-off out to center. But Tri-City will start the power play just outside their own blue line. Puck bouncing around, settled down by Osborne. He'll retreat toward his own blue line, drop it back for a hand-to-hand. D-to-D back to Osborne, and Luke will fire it down the length of the ice. Dybel stops it behind the cage, checks over his shoulder, sets it up for Bonkowski. Ryland to the red line, dropped it back for Morozov. Dance pass hand-to-hand, fed it over to Briere. Couldn't feed it across, broken up by Osborne. Came to Messick, and Michael clears it down the ice. Bonkowski picks it up around the high slot in his own end. Starts it back ahead. From the red line, he'll drop it back to Nizameyev. Nizameyev, pass hand over to Briere. Left dot, thought about the shot, going to get it to the point to Bonkowski. Back to Briere, top of the left circle. Briere, shot right to the chest of Strahl, and he'll hang on. As Hanrahan says hello to Ilya Morozov. 6:05 left in the first, 1:14 left in the penalty. Tri-City leads 3-0. Power play goal in the first 2 minutes by A.J. LaCroix. And then another goal. Actually, they've credited it to Morozov now. Artemi Nizameyev led the celebration line. We'll have to see how the finals shake that out. As here the faceoff is won by Youngstown, but via beat DeHaro to the puck, carries it around the net to the far side. Center point for Wook. His shot off the waffle board of Strahl as Houston on the backhander hit Crandall right in the mouth on the clearing attempt. No penalty there. Wook over to Leyland, back to Wook, center point. Fed into the corner for Rode. Back up to Wook. He'll walk the blue line, give it back, and now over to the left circle for Villa. His shot off the shoulder of Strahl. Rode to the rebound. Up the wall looking for Villa. Able to keep it alive was Wook. To Rode in the corner. Up the wall to Villa. Back down low for Rode. DeHaro couldn't poke it away from it. Battle in the left wing corner. 25 seconds left in the kill. Burchell gets control and sends it down the ice. Much needed clear for the Phantoms there. 20 seconds left on the kill. Wook ahead to center. Pass broken up. Coming ahead is Banach. He chipped it just past the blue paint. Monebrat trying to keep it alive. Came off of Messick and out to center for Springer. Out of the box comes Evan Jardine. Phantom's penalty kill is successful, but they ice the puck. 4:42 left in the first. Youngstown gets their first successful penalty kill of the season. Last year, Phantoms killed, I think, 40 or 44 straight, somewhere in there to open the season. So perhaps that streak will start now as draw is controlled by the Phantoms. Messick took a hit to play it ahead. As high stick on the play as Banach came in on goal. I think it was Jardine on the clear. Played it out to center. Banach flying down the ice, but high stick indicator was given by the trailing linesman. And the play blown dead. It's going to come all the way back to the Youngstown zone for the faceoff. 4:32 left in the first. Banach to take the draw against Springer. And Springer won that draw. Over to Fandel, left side. His shot wide of the cage. Strahl plays it away. Bounces over to Wallin. His pass taken away by Banach over to Hextall. He got double teamed, but able to sweep it out to center, but right to Harper. Over to Fandel, retreating into his own zone. Up ahead, sent into the zone by Bloomer. Over to Wallin, back to Bloomer. Pass was in his skates. Turn for a turning shot by Springer. And quick pads there for Melvin Strahl to kick that one out and then cover the rebound. 4:05 left in the first. Tri-City, again, with that 2-0 lead, shots on goal, 13-5. Face off to the right of Strahl. Top line out for the Storm, matched by the Brecken-Smith unit. Face off won by LaCroix, still loose in the circle, pops behind the cage. Smith's going to skate into it for Youngstown. Backhands it off the window to the line for Marin. Kicks it over to Smith. Brecken into the zone. Little toe drag and a shot went wide of the cage. Young to the rebound. Fired it wide of the net as well. Came around to the far side. Nizimeyev wedged off Marin. And ahead come the Storm. LaCroix from the blue line sends it behind the cage. Rolls over to Morozov. Backhanded up the near wall to McEwen. McEwen, his shot off the stick of LaCroix. And into the meshing. Face-off will come in the neutral zone. 3:35 left in the first. Again, Tri-City 2-0 lead. Phantoms, if they can complete the comeback, looking to reverse a disturbing trend. Phantoms just 3-12 in season openers. Haven't won one since going to Dubuque in 2020, and apparently my eyes were mistaken. A.J. LaCroix did not redirect it out of play, and so they're going to leave the face-off in the Youngstown zone. Face-off won by Nolan. Back to the point to McEwen. Down the wall looking for Briere. Broken up nicely by the stick of Osborne. Phantoms come ahead 4-on-2 if they hustle. Bannock to Osborne. Tried to feed it across to Messick. Pass was picked off from behind by Crandall. Ahead comes Nolan. Nolan forced wide of the cage nicely by Houston. In the left wing wall as Houston threw an elbow accidentally as he was just trying to bring his stick through. I think they may get him for head contact. I think might have been the initial indication I saw. Head contact is the call on Cal Houston. Time of the penalty, 16:51. Can see on Jim Craven's face what he thinks of that penalty. Third power play of the game for Tri-City, 1 for 2 so far. Face off to the right of Strahl. Nice face-off win by Ryan Rusinski as it comes back to Victor Monebrot, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Dirty face-off win there by Rusinski. Bonkowski brings it to the red line, drops it back for Nizimeyev. Red line and blue into the zone. Nizimeyev trying to walk right through. Puck bounced on him, rolled to Strahl. And Melvin throws that left-handed trapper on top of it. 22 seconds gone on the power play. Linesman in quickly to separate the combatants. Face-off will be to the left of Strahl. As Luke Gagnon was giving some kind of explanation to Brandon Guter over on the Brandon Gacken. Guter's the nickname. We love Guter. Great dude. Face-off to the left of Strahl. Clean win by Smith. Got it to Hanrahan, fired it around the cage, kept into the left point by Briere. Down the wall, his shot wide of the net, came around over to Nizimeyev. Back to the side of the cage from Morozov. Diving effort for Hanrahan. Broke up the cross-ice pass to Nizimeyev. Up to the point for Bonkowski. Left side. Briere. Half slapper missed the net. And off the corner glass, Nizimeyev can't keep it in the zone. Bonkowski has to hustle back for it as Mikey Burchell was looming. 1:05 left in the kill for Youngstown. 2:10 left in the first. Storm already with a 2-0 lead. Tri-City cycling on the second power play unit as Bonkowski starts to carry ahead. Drops it back for Crandall. Crandall to Briere, still on the ice. Stolen away by Burchell, cleared to the line, kept by Wook. Fed across to Leyland, shot glove save by Strahl. .146 left in the first, 37 seconds left in the penalty kill for Youngstown, their third of the period. Phantoms have not been awarded a power play yet so far. Rusinski and take the draw against Rode. Second power play unit fully on now for the Storm. And Rusinski won that draw, but Phantoms couldn't get control. Wook over to Leyland, to Villa. Center point for Wook. Shot! Swallowed up by Strahl. Don't know how he saw it, as Crandall and Brecken Smith were all over the top of the blue paint there, as Crandall and, or maybe that's Louis Wayman, 29, not 39. But there were some pleasantries being exchanged down low there. 30 seconds left in the kill for Youngstown. Face off to the right of Strahl. Rode to take the draw against Rusinski. And they're going to kick Rue out of the circle. Saw Montebrot trading some stick checks with Crandall. That might have been why. Wayman won the draw, but Osborne couldn't clear. His stick was tied up by Villa. Rode to the slot, looking for Whalen. Stolen away by Rusinski and cleared. Hustling back for it was Wook, as he had to try to keep it away from Wayman, as offside are the Storm on the zone entry. 12 seconds left in the head contact call to Cal Houston, who's already standing in the penalty box just about 20 feet below where I'm standing. Love the perch here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Great view for broadcasting a hockey game. As neutral zone draw, Banach almost took it away from the Storm. As taking a heavy hit at center was Leyland. That was delivered by Messick. Up to the point for Wook. His elevated shot is knocked away, and Messick's going to get a penalty for that hit. Ryan Ward doesn't understand. I'm not sure I understand. Cal Houston's out of the box, but Youngstown heading right back to the kill. Boarding the call on Messick. Colson Hanrahan wants an explanation from Chaz Nocky. I would love one as well. Time of the penalty, 18:52. Youngstown to their fourth kill of the period. Face off to the right of Strahl. Kerr to take the draw against LaCroix. And Kerr won that draw. DeHaro able to rip his stick free, send it around the wall. Bounce past Nizimayev and out to center. Hustling down after it was Coleman, but couldn't get away from Nizimayev, as we are inside a minute left in the period. Bonkowski to Nizimayev to Morozov. Down the left side, Morozov fanned on the pass. Trickled toward the cage, swept to the corner by Youngstown. Kerr almost put his hand on top of the puck. He doesn't have a stick, and I think they're going to call it. Justin Kerr pleading his case, but looked like a pretty clear cut putting your hand on top of the puck there for Justin Kerr. So Youngstown will now be down 2 men. And if Kerr had just shoveled the puck out of the net, out of the zone, he would have been fine, but he put the glove all the way on top of it, and that is a no-no. You cannot completely grasp the puck. And now Justin Kerr is being sent over to the Phantoms bench. And they're taking the penalty off the board. I've got absolutely nothing. I thought that was a clear-cut penalty. If you're watching, you're a Tri-City Storm fan, I agree with all your arguments right now. I am confused myself. 37.6 left in the first, still a 5-on-4 Power play for the Storm as they win the draw. Bonkowski left point to Briere. Snapped across to Nizimeyev. Right circle. Fanned on the shot. Great stick by Burchell. Storm keep it alive. Briere left circle. Stepped in. Toe drag shot blocked by Osborne. Loose puck picked up by Coleman. And he'll clear it down the length of the ice. 20 seconds left in the period. Time for one more rush for the Storm. Bonkowski drops it back to Nizimeyev. Bobbled the puck. Regathered. Brought it into the zone. Poked off his twig to the end wall. Nizimeyev over to the corner for Briere. One-timer missed the cage. Past Nizimeyev out to center. And that will do it for the first period. Power play goal for A.J. LaCroix. Even strength goal for either Ilya Morozov or Artemi Nizimeyev. And the Tri-City Storm have a 1-0 lead, or 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. Shots on goal in the first, 16-5 in favor of Tri-City. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the first intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glasswork and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back to the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, USHL Fall Classic, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. For the first intermission report, and at the end of 20 minutes of play, Tri-City Storm lead the Youngstown Phantoms by the score of 2-0. Shots on goal in that first period, 16-5 in favor of Tri-City, who got the scoring started early. A.J. LaCroix on the power play. Cambriere and Artemi Nizameyev with the assists. Came at 1:54 after Justin Kerr was called for head contact at 1:07. And the Storm had a 1-0 lead with the power play goal for LaCroix. Second marker came at 7:22. Artemi Nizameyev led the celebration line to the bench, but apparently they have awarded the goal to Ilya Morozov. If it is Morozov's goal, it will be his first in the USHL. And Nizameyev given the assist as Nizameyev took advantage of a Phantoms turnover, walked right toward the cage. I saw him try to center it. I don't know if it got to Morozov. Morozov scored, or if it went off a Phantom stick and in. Either way, goal counts 2-0, Tri-City. Phantoms will start the second period with 52 seconds left on a boarding call to Michael Messick. 4 penalties on Youngstown in the opening frame. Justin Kerr called for head contact at 1:07. Evan Jardine called for boarding at 13:08. Cal Houston called for head contact at 16:51. And I guess 1 second after Cal got out of the box, Michael Messick called for boarding at 18:52. Adam Dybel has stopped 5 out of 5. Melvin Strahl has stopped 14 out of 16. Tri-City 1 for 3 on the power play. They are in the middle of the fourth. Youngstown yet to get to the man advantage so far here this evening. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to the Intermission Report here on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back into the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex here in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. Don't call it Pittsburgh. First intermission report between the Youngstown Phantoms and the Tri-Cities Storm. Storm with a 2-0 lead. Only one other USHL game this evening, that is between the Sioux City Musketeers and the Dubuque Fighting Saints, taking place about 100 feet directly behind me. That game will get underway in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Let's take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Middle of the 11th in Anaheim, White Sox lead the Angels 3-2. Giants with a 1-0 lead over the Orioles in the top of the second. Bottom of the first in Cleveland, Twins with a 1-0 lead. Top of the second in San Diego, Astros and Padres are scoreless. Bottom of the first in Miami, Dodgers and Marlins also scoreless. Top of the second in Cincinnati, Braves and Reds are scoreless. Just underway between the Red Sox and Rays down in Tampa. Getting underway here shortly. Nationals will be at Citi Field to take on the Mets. Tigers in Kauffman Stadium to take on the Royals. Brewers travel to Milwaukee to battle the Brew Crew. Blue Jays will be in Texas to take on the defending World Series champs. Yankees and Mariners playing a nightcap tonight. First pitch slated for 9:40 Eastern earlier this afternoon. A's beat the Cubs 5-3. Diamondbacks over the Rockies 9-4. And the Buccos and Pirates, the Buccos and Cardinals will battle at Busch Stadium at 7:45 Eastern. So maybe about the time we get wrapped up with the second intermission, might have a score update from St. Louis. That'll do it for the first intermission report. Going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between the Phantoms and Storm here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back into the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Tri-City leads 2-0. Roll for initiative. Second period is underway. Tri-City controls the draw again. They are on the power play. Penalty timer is not moving. Penalty timer is not moving. As the Storm bring it into the zone, Smith, Brecken able to clear it out to center. Tri-City has it in their own zone. Penalty timer still hasn't moved, but looks like there should be about 22 seconds left in the kill. LaCroix down the right side, up to the point for Bonkowski. Bonkowski shot, ripped it just wide of the cage. Penalty timer is now moving, but it's off by about 20 seconds. Nizimayev shot, missed the cage. Off the corner glass and out to center. The penalty to Mike Messick is over right now. They've let him out of the box with penalty time still on the clock. Good job by the off-ice officials to at least notice that, hey, something went wrong. We just kept the game moving. Wayman carries it ahead for the Phantoms. Down the left side, chipped it off the end wall, came off the side of the net. Benock couldn't play it. Picked up by Harper, looking for an outlet. Picked off by Hextall. His shot toward the cage just wide. Osborne keeps it to the left, point down the wall off of Messick. Past Benock and around over to the right corner. Harper took a bump from Hextall. Benock to Hextall. Back to Benock to Osborne. Toe drag shot, saved by Dybel, and he'll hang on. Good job there by Luke using the sliding defender for a screen. They've changed the shot counter to read 14-3. We had it at, I believe, 16-5 at intermission. Benock wins the draw, gets it back off of Hextall. To DeHaro, his shot off the stick of Lincoln Helm and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the TC zone. Benock to take the draw against Rode. Top line out for Youngstown. Benock with the win. Messick looking for space, worked it to Hextall. Up to the point, picked off by Helm, chipped it out to center. Behind him to Wallin, way ahead of the play are the Storm, and there's the offside whistle. I think it was Nolan Rode on the far side. about 20 feet ahead of the play. Top line still out for the Phantoms. 18-10 left in the second. Binock wins the draw. Back to Houston. Cal backpedaling in his own zone. Passed it ahead to Messick. Bounce past Binock. Thrown toward the near side. Helm bumped off the puck. Thrown to open ice. Nolan just able to chip it past Messick, but it rolls to Houston. Cal to Binock. Drop back for DeHaro. Connor back to Binock. Played it to Hextall. Back across the ice to Houston. Skate the stick and chipped it into the zone. Trickles behind the cage. First one to it is Fandle. Up the far side, carrying it ahead is Vieux. Over to Helm. Couldn't get it to Springer. Nice stick by DeHaro. Kept at the line by Vieux. Sent it into the right wing corner. Frassard to Messick. Still out here on the ice. Probably needs to get off. To DeHaro as Messick took a high hit. Connor chipped it out to center. Stick down cleanly by the Storm. No icing here. Harper from his goal line. Sent it off the side of the cage. Picked up his own pass. Sent it over to Bloomer. Across the ice looking for McEwen, but it came to Hanrahan, who got the stick of Sean McEwen, and there will be a tripping call on the captain of the Tri-City Storm. Little captain-on-captain crime there. Hanrahan, a few words for McEwen. Big smile on Colson's face. And we'll get to see the Phantoms power play for the first time this season. Last year, Youngstown power play 19.6%. That was 11th in the league. Against the Storm last year, Phantoms power play was 4 for 18, which is 22%. Time of the penalty, 2:55. And it looks like it will be Kerr, Jardine, Binock, Osborne, and Hextall, and we have a whistle. Face-off violation on Kerr, I think. Looks like yes it is, and Binock will step in to take the draw. Face-off won by the Storm, and they get the clear. Just jumped over the stick of Osborne at the blue line. Strahl sets it up for Luke. Ozzie, nice little move there to get away from LaCroix. Brings it to the red line. Luke still with it into the zone. Tried to fire it around, got his stick contacted. Wook picked it up, tried to clear up the middle. Osborne knocked it down at the blue line, but it still trickled out to center. Luke back into his own zone. Puck rolled on him as LaCroix is hustling off to the bench. Osborne drops it back for Binock. Adam, red line, and then chipped it over to Hextall. Jack spins in the right corner. Up to the point for Osborne. Luke over to Binock. To Osborne. To Binock, right half wall. Behind him to Osborne. Luke, low shot, blocked by Wallin. Chipped it ahead. Wallin in short-handed. Wallin stopped by Strahl. Rebound loose, cleared by Jardine. Ahead to Kerr. Into the zone. Kerr to Binock to Hextall. One-timer. What a blocker save by Adam Dybel. Hextall had a lot of net to work with, and Dybel got the blocker over. Binock, center point. DeHaro, low wrister. Glove save by Dybel. He hangs on. Adam Dybel just robbed Jack Hextall of his first goal in the USHL. And I know Brendan Miller watching this game from out in the concourse, he was right on line for that shot. And I bet Brendan's wondering how it didn't go in. I'm right on line for that shot too, and I don't know how it didn't go in. A little bit of a false start there from the linesman. Second power play unit out for Youngstown. It's Rusinski winning the draw over to Smith. Play back to the point to DeHaro. Over to Messick to DeHaro. 30 seconds left on the power play. Burchell, left circle, side of the cage. Rusinski, Root, turn shot, popped up in the air, and Dybel swallowed it up as Brecken Smith took a couple of shoves in the blue paint. 26 seconds left in the man advantage for Youngstown, their first of the season. Phantoms tried to get Brecken Smith to the bench and Cal Houston on. Referee Chaz Naki says no. As Youngstown wins the draw, Smith to DeHaro, tried to play it over to Messick, broken up by Bloomer. Puck just squirts across the blue line. Great work there by Smith to chip it to open ice for Burchell, over to DeHaro. Off the side of the net to Burchell, to DeHaro, skate to 10 seconds left in the advantage for Youngstown. Played ahead. Up comes Rusinski. Rue had his stick lifted. Pretty clean there for the Storm, and out of the box comes McEwen. We're back to even strength. Some fans were looking for a call there as Rusinski tried to make a move. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty clean stick lift. Puck comes to the near wall for Crandall. Ducks under the hit of Messick, but couldn't get to the puck. Rusinski left it for Messick. To Burchell, to DeHaro. D to D to Houston. Across. Burchell had to dust it off. Shot. Score! Get that cat off my chair, Mikey Burchell. His first of the season. Even strength goal for Youngstown. Phantoms are on the board. Time of the goal, 5:20. Great puck movement there for the Phantoms. I didn't think that Burchell was going to have a chance when he had to dust it off. Houston tried to set him up for the one-timer. Pass wasn't in his wheelhouse, but apparently Mikey doesn't care as he picked the top corner on Adam Dybel. And Youngstown is on the board. Youngstown will control the face-off. Played it down into the TC zone. Veronin from behind the cage. Tried to feed it in front past Coleman to Monebrot. Turned, fired, blocked. Rebound in front. Picked up and carried away by Nolan. Veronin to Coleman. Fires it back into the zone. Knuckle pup. Pounced back out in front. Almost a gimme there for Grant Young. As it is, it's back out at center. Taken away from Crandall by Coleman. But he's stripped of the puck by Nolan. Nolan in. Around the cage to the right side. To Monebrot. He's shouldered heavy off the puck by Cam Briere, but Briere lost his stick on the play. Crandall in the corner. Found some space. Worked it past Frassard. Crandall still with it. Worked it to Harper. Trickled free and came to Monebrot. He'll clear it up the middle. Sticked out the center by Veronin. Kuzma across to Young. Grant into the zone to Coleman. Skate to Sick. Tried to backhand it toward the cage. Now loose at the side of the net. Played to the corner by Tri-City. Veronin to Hanrahan. Colson in. Shot blocked. Rebound to the end glass. Fandel up the wall. Picked off by Benock. To the point for Hanrahan. Across to Osborne. Luke down the left wall. No support. Puck came to Fandel. Chipped it over to Nolan. Up the far wall. Briere can't clear. Hextall. Osborne. Luke across. Benock just missed an open cage on a one-timer. Osborne with it left side. 13 minutes left in the second. Phantoms are buzzing. Jardine to Osborne. Left point. Hanrahan right point. Osborne center point. Luke steps in. Shot missed the cage. Jardine battling for it to the side of the net. He's ridden off. Rebound comes to Harper, who sent it out of play. They're going to say it did hit the glass. They're going to let Tri-City make a line change. .12:44 left in the second. Phantoms are on the board thanks to a Mikey Burchell goal and a tenacious forecheck just after a power play ended. But I think I'm finally getting toward the goal here on the Flow Hockey. Is this one off a face-off win by DeHaro just redirects wide of the cage. Phantoms, again, they're buzzing right now. Kept in the zone by Hextall. No! Not kept in the zone by Hextall. Crowd here doesn't like it. So face-off in the neutral zone. Sent down the ice by Tri-City. Wayman, knocked down from behind by Wallin, got it out to center for Kirk. Justin over to Burchell. Sent it back down low, Santilli defenseman. Centering feed off the paraphernalia of Dieball. Storm bring it back down the ice. Tried to center, broken up by the Phantoms. Wayman chipped it past his man, 2-on-2. He comes ahead with Burchell. Wook, however, wedges Burchell off. Wayman came in and cleaned him up. Burchell tried to feed it to the point to DeHaro, picked off by Helm. He'll throw it far side. Wallin skates into it in front of his own bench. Broussard digging for it, got it to Marin. Popped to Bonkowski, however. He'll fire it over to Wook. Back around the wall it comes. Into the Youngstown zone view. Had the puck taken away by Marin. Got it to Brecken Smith. Now DeHaro. To Marin, center of the ice for Osborne. Back to Marin. They tried to give and go, but this is going to be out of Marin's reach. And icing will be called on the Youngstown Phantoms. 11:18 left in the second. Face-off down to the left of Melvin Straw. Hasn't seen a lot of action here in the second period. McEwen off the face-off win for Tri-City. Stepped into the slot, fired a shot high of the cage. Don't know if Straw saw it till the last second. Now a shot from the left side from Bonkowski, no, sorry, that was Jack Hamilton. That stung Brecken Smith. He's down on all fours in the slot. Amber Martinelli quickly off the bench. As Breck is down in some discomfort. And I think we're going to have our media timeout. 11:05 left in the second. Tri-City leads 2-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of